Hey everybody, good to see you again. This week I'm going to make this American flag, this wooden American flag. I've got it torched a little bit for the rustic look, and it's a challenge coin flag. I had a customer to call me and ask me to make one. Her husband is ex-military and he has these challenge coins. It's a Father's Day gift for him, and so there's a ledge on the second, fourth, and sixth white stripe, and you can see the challenge coins. So it should be a great Father's Day gift. Go through most of the steps on how to make it. My camera died when I put the finish on, so that we didn't see, but it was just sprayed with Deft spray lacquer. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the build, and happy Father's Day, everybody. Okay, to make this flag I need 13 pieces that are 1.5 inch wide and 37 inches long. So we're just going to mill the stock to that. First I'm going to clean up an edge and then cut them to 1.5 inches. Now we'll set the saw to 1.5 inches, and we'll cut our stripes to the final width. And next I need to square one end on all of them, the 13 stripes, and then I'll trim them to 37 inches. Our next step is to actually torch or burn our flag. This just adds a rustic look. It's a personal touch, and everybody's style is a little different. So I don't like to torch it a lot, but you just kind of have to get the feel of how far to hold your torch. I like to go ahead and do both sides. And again, that's a personal preference, so whether you want to do it at all or how heavy or how dark. And now we'll come back and we'll stain the blue area for the field of the stars, and then red, white, red, white, red, white, so on and so forth. And the stain is kind of transparent and our burn marks will show through. It really makes the flag look nice. Okay, now I'm getting ready to stain these. All of the boards with the blue on it, those are going to be white, and the rest, this is red, 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 and red, and then this is going to be the field for the union of for the stars, and that will be blue. Just a little tip here, I've got a razor blade driven in where the blue separates from the white or the red, and that gives you a little real crisp, clean division for when the stains, they don't overlap and bleed. this one will be blue here and red here, blue here and no stain here, blue and red, and so on and so forth. I'm going to show you how I'm painting this. Start out with the blue. You also want to come over here and do right at the top edge all the way down, and that's only in case there's any unevenness when it's glued up. Then you won't see any white, you'll still see blue, and it's just a little precaution that just adds to the quality. And in the end, we do the same thing. Just in case there's a little bit of unevenness, we see that continual field of blue. Here we can see we've got the blue stained up. And now I'm going to let that give it a few minutes to dry, and then we'll come back. We'll put red on this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. And then 3 of them remain white. We also have to put red, complete red, on these 3. Okay, here is a shot with it all stained up. You can see here how I overlap the edges in case that when you glue it up, we've got a nice crisp red or blue line up against the white. In order to accommodate the challenge coins, there's a shelf here that'll hold a 1/4 inch thick coin, and the way I made that is the shelf, it's a 1/4 inch deep and it's 5/16 inches wide, so it will easily accommodate a 1/4 inch thick coin. And now I'm just gonna glue this to this before, and that'll go on the 2nd, 4th, and 6th white stripe. I'm just gonna apply a thin bead of glue. Make sure it's flat. Let's get one at each end. Okay, I've glued together the bottom stripes and I've glued together the field stripes. Now I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together. Still got my 90-degree angle set up right here, so again, I'm not putting very much glue on this because it doesn't take much. No stress on this. It's just going to be hanging. Plus, we're going to put some backers on the back. Now to add a little personal touch on one of the braces on the back, We're going to engrave our logo and a thank you for your service message. Now we've completed. We can get a close-up. This will be one of the braces that'll go across the back. Just our way of saying thank you for your service. Alright, to install these support pieces on the back, I'm going to come in 2 inches from each side and then 12 inches in from the side. So we'll see one here, and then equal distance on the other side. We'll put our hangers here. And all we're going to do is put a little bit of glue not much, just a little bit. Now to lay out the field of stars, I've cut a template using my laser cutter on some vinyl, and I've got it laid out in space so everything's even. So now I just take a pencil and I color in each, not color in, but outline each star with a real fine tip point. This is the time-consuming part of the project. To get that hand-carved look, it's the only way to do it. A lot of people use a CNC, and I don't have one yet. I plan on getting one, but I've also had customers just specifically ask for hand-carved. They like this. It adds to the rustic look, if you will. So it's just a matter of outlining each star and then removing the template and then engraving it with a Dremel tool. That gets the outline done, and that's, you can see the bit I use. It's a pretty fine tip engraving bit. Now I'll change that and then hog out all the middle. Looks like I missed this row too. Now I'll clean out all the middle. This takes about 2 hours to do this part of it. Okay, now that the field is pretty much roughly done, I'll come along each row and each star I'll try to straighten up lines and take out some irregularities. It's still hand carved, so it's going to have that rustic look. So it's by far not like a CNC machine flag. So let me show you how I'll straighten out this row of stars. I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, do so. Like this video, share it. I don't ask you guys to do that very often, but occasionally we need to remind people to share our work so that more people can see it. We really appreciate the watches and the comments. Leave me some comments, ask me some questions. Until next week, oh, by the way, I think next week the next video is going to be the review of the Penn State Industries baseball kit. And I was going to do that one first, but I wanted to get this video out on Father's Day. So everybody have a good week and be safe.